Blackstone Audiobooks presents
Carry On, Jeeves by P.G. Wodehouse. The book bears a dedication to Bernard Lestrange. And there is then an introduction. The surest way to create a world-famous character, as any author who owns one will tell you, is to be unaware that you're doing it. When P.G. Wodehouse first brought Jeeves into the limelight, he was trying only to write his way out of a ticklish plot situation. Wodehouse's first stories were in the tradition popular in 1914, throbbingly sad dramas about women who would gladly have given up glamour if they could find love. After a while, because he hated writing serious stuff, he switched to humorous yarns about a young English screwball named Reggie Pepper. When Reggie did reasonably well, Wodehouse followed up with a second series about a Bertie Wooster. Bertie employed a valet named Jeeves, but there was no special significance in this fact as far as the first Wooster story was concerned. Jeeves was bunged into the piece because all rich young English gentlemen of the period had valets, and Bertie was a rich young English gentleman. All Jeeves did was enter in the middle of the yarn and announce the arrival of Bertie's aunt. If you had informed Wodehouse at this point in his career that Jeeves was going to become immensely popular and earn him more than $1 million, he would have backed off to the nearest telephone and called for the men in the neat white coats. As far as he was concerned, his next step was to write another Bertie Wooster story, and the further use of Jeeves depended entirely upon whether or not the plot should call for any visitors to be announced. And then he ran into trouble. When he had the situation worked out, he found he'd made the problem so difficult that no reader would believe that Bertie could have brought about the happy ending himself. Wodehouse spent several days worrying about which of Bertie's friends, relatives, or acquaintances could furnish the story's solution. Then he noticed Jeeves drooping off in a corner. He made an instant decision, and in the second Bertie Wooster story, Jeeves burgeoned from a mere visitor-announcer into a mastermind who knew everything, had read everything, and could solve the knottiest problem without batting an eyelash. The experiment was a tremendous success. The Bertie Wooster series became the Jeeves series. Jeeves has been with us for more than a quarter of a century and shows no sign of weakening. He has appeared in 30 short stories, 3 full-length adventures, and 2 motion pictures, starring David Niven as Bertie and Arthur Treacher as Jeeves. The reason for his popularity is that Jeeves's wisdom is delightfully preposterous.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?